Dear students and respected teachers, Namaste and welcome to today's English class. Dear students, we are still in Unit 14 and today we are going to deal with a grammar topic. And which grammar topic are we going to deal with? I would like you to guess. I have pasted a conversation over here on the board. First of all, let's go through this conversation and then let's find out which element I would like to focus here. Let's find out. Let me help you to read this conversation. The conversation is between two persons, Amber and Anna. And it goes like this. Hello, Anna. Where did you go yesterday? I came to your home and no one was there. Anna. Oh, really? Actually, I and my family went to my uncle's house. Amber. Any special occasion? Yeah. Anna. Yeah, it was my cousin's birthday party and we had lots of fun. Amber. That sounds nice. Did you find any focusing element here? Any grammar topic that I wanted to focus? Did you notice that? Okay. Yes. See? Okay, let me help you. Did you go? I came. Right? And some more? I and my family went. We had. It was. Almost all structures are in which tense? Obviously, it is related to tense and it is simple past tense, right? Or we can say past simple tense as well. So, what kind of structure do you find here then? What kind of structure is there? Obviously, okay. So, there is the structure of verb to. Went, did you go, went, it was, we had, okay. There is use of verb to, okay. Verb to. Do you remember what is verb to? Verbs, they have forms, first form, second form, third form, okay. There are forms of the verb. And here in past simple tense, we use second form of the verb, that is verb to. And do you remember the rules to make verb to? Just by simply adding ed, we can change first form of the verb to the verb to. Like example for if it is walk plus ed, we can make it walked. Talk plus ed, talked. So those verbs which can be made by just adding ed to verb to, we can change it into verb to. These are verb to. These are regular verbs. Which are that? These are called, okay, these are regular verbs. And those verbs, some in English, there are some other verbs which cannot be made, we cannot change those verbs to verb to by adding ed, and those are called irregular verbs. Example of irregular verbs. Example are it, ate, right? It, ate. Come, came, right? So, Using the use of verb to is there in simple past tense. The structure of simple past tense is now subject, verb to, and if there is object, we write object as well, okay, and if the remaining parts, then remaining parts. So this is what we are going to focus today, and one more topic is there. So one more conversation is there. I'm going to paste it on the board it as well. Oh, it's falling down. Okay, one more conversation is there. Okay, let me read out this conversation. Binita. This conversation is between Binita and Simon. The two are talking. Hey Simon, what were you doing yesterday evening? Simon, I was preparing dinner. What's the matter? Binita, I made several phone calls to you and you didn't pick up. Simon, oh, so sorry. I was helping my mother to make chapati and left phone in bedroom. Binita, didn't you hear the ringtone? Simon, very sorry. We were listening to music as well. Please don't mind. It's Binita, it's okay. So, did you find which element is focused here? Which tense is focused here? Particularly tense? Okay, so what were you doing? I was preparing and I was helping. We were listening to music. So these all actions are in progress form, progressive, right? So it is past progressive form, and that is called past continuous form as well, isn't it? We call it past continuous form, and it is also called past progressive form because the actions are in the progressive forms over there. The action started in some point and continued up to somewhere. So these are past progressive forms. So did you notice what is the structure? Can you derive structure from the those statements from the conversation? Okay. So here is the use of which verb? Use of verb for. Verb for, right? What is verb for now? Verb for mean this is ing form of the verb. Like example for play, playing, walk, walking. So just by adding ing form, we can change first form of the verb to verb form. So there is use of verb form, as well as there is the use of before verb form. What was there? Was and okay, was and where. Was where form is there. So was where plus verb ing. Subject. Okay. Subject, let me drop this first one. Subject plus was where plus verb ing plus okay remaining parts, object and remaining part. So this is past progressive form. Okay, see examples. I was helping my mother to make chapati, and this is the continuation of the phone and left phone in the bedroom. So you can look up to here only. I was helping my mother to make chapati, right? We were listening to music. Subject was where verb ing progressive form. So Okay, let's move to the now we are well familiar with the topic, right? Simple past or past simple and present continuous, which is also called present progressive. This is the topic. Let's go to the slide now. So we are still in unit 14 talking about the past, interrupting continuous action. So how continuous actions are interrupted, the grammar topic, we are going to deal it now. And you can turn over page number 159. So we will do from there grammar, past simple and past continuous. The simple past tense, past simple tense. So look at here. I played a mobile game with my brother yesterday. She talked with me nicely in the party. I met my colleague this morning. We went to shopping on last Saturday. So, did you notice the pattern? Of course, the one we have already talked. The pattern, the structure used in these sentences is subject plus verb to plus object, right? And the remaining portion. So, this is the way, this is the structure we use for simple past tense. Now, let's talk about when do we use it? Okay, in which situations we use it? When? Okay, the first situation in which is finished events or situations with a past time reference. So, finished actions which is already done. Okay, it's so if we have to denote, if we have to show these actions with time reference, okay, we have to give time also, at which time it happened. Example for time, adverb of times are used over here, adverb of time. So, examples are yesterday, last week, last year, an hour ago, a year ago, a long time ago, in 2017. So, these are the adverb of time. Past tense is generally used with those adverb of time. Let's go to examples. Last year I went to Pokhara. Last year, time of adverb. Last year I went to Pokhara. He met me an hour ago. An hour ago. She visited you in 2017. In 2017. I didn't go to school yesterday. So, you can see there time of adverbs are used there. Okay, let's move to next slide. So, this is the next situation where when we use past tense. Past facts or generalizations or situations which are not used in present time. Generalized situations, or let's say habitual situations, which is not true now, okay, which is no longer, we don't use it now. Examples, he didn't like folk songs before. It means he might like now, he likes now. When I was a child, I played with a doll a lot, which means I do not play now, right? So, in such situations also we use simple past tense. This is another situation. The next point, the next situation is a series of completed actions in the past. Series of the action, one after another. Example for I got up early in the morning, washed face, brushed teeth, got ready and went to the market. One after another, in sequence, in order. The actions occurred in sequence, in order. Similarly, next example is, she dug a hole in the ground, brought a plant, planted it, and watered it at last. So, one after another in sequence. Next point, duration of any completed action which starts and stops in the past. So, duration, to show the duration, we use simple past tense. Example for, we walked for 2 hours to reach a Shiva temple yesterday. We walked for 2 hours to reach a Shiva temple yesterday. Here duration is 2 hours, right? 2 hours. They lived in Nepal for 10 years and then moved to America. For 10 years, duration is shown. So, in this situation also we use past tense. Okay, now let's move to next one, the past continuous tense. Are you ready for that? I hope you are ready, right? So, past continuous tense, in which situation we use, when we use, let's see. Okay, the past continuous tense. I was cleaning my room and a phone rang. I was cleaning, was plus ing, was cleaning. He was watching television, was watching, was plus ing, watching television at this time yesterday. I was doing my assignment and there was a power cut, was doing. We were we were taking our meal when a doorbell rang. Were taking. So, the structure is subject plus was were plus verb ing, verb for plus object. So, this is the structure. When? Now, when to use it? Okay. The first situation is, what was happening at a particular time in the past. So, it shows something was happening in the particular time. I was watching a movie at this time yesterday. Watching a movie for the particular time. We were working in the kitchen when my brother arrived. We were working in the kitchen in the particular time. It was the situation was that the action was in process. You were taking a class at 12 o'clock yesterday. Taking a class. She was baking a cake and there was a sudden burst in the microwave. So, baking was baking, right? So, this is the situation used to what was happening in the particular situation. It shows the action. Next one, descriptions and background to an event in the past. So, it provides background informations. She was walking to school and saw a tiger. She was walking, background. What happened at that time? Saw a tiger. I was walking down the hill, then it rained heavily. So, walking down and then it rained heavily. So, it provides the information, background informations. We were studying when the principal of school entered into our class. We were studying, the action was taking place, we were studying, okay, and this is the background informations, right? And at that time what happened? The principal entered. So, principal entered into the class. While I was listening to the music, the player fell down. I was listening. So, this is past continuous, the situation in which we use past continuous tense to provide background information. Next point, interrupted actions in the past. The actions are interrupted. Example for, while I was working in the field, a frog came out. See, the working in the field is interrupted by the frog. Frog came out, that's why the work is interrupted. The doorbell rang as the meal was being served. Meal was being served at that time. What interrupted? Doorbell. The action of serving meal is interrupted. While Mr. Dahal was sleeping, a thief broke into his house. So Mr. Dahal was sleeping and this action is interrupted by the thief. Number next, we were playing outdoor and there was a sudden snowfall. So playing is interrupted by snowfall. Okay, the next situation is two actions in the same sentence that expresses the idea. Both actions were happening at the same time. The actions are parallel, equal. Okay, two actions can take place in the same time and they have equal value. While I was playing, she was dancing. Both have equal value. I was listening to the teacher while she was explaining the lesson. So listening to the teacher and explaining the lesson, they were taking place in the same time and they have same value. Okay, some more example. She was running when she saw a bear. She was running and she saw a bear. So was running is even in the past, in progress. It is happening in progress. And saw is simple past, interruption. This activity interrupted the first action, running. While she was running, we can also say the same sentence using while. While she was running, she saw a bear. So when is, what we can say is when is usually goes with past tense, whereas while goes with past progressive, past continuous. So while she was, we can also say while she was running, she was listening to the music. As we have already discussed that both action can happen at the same time and they have equal value. So this is the gist of simple past and past continuous, and I have prepared a chart over here. Let me paste on the board. Okay, this will provide you the clear view on simple past and past continuous. Past simple, we say past simple as well, past progressive as well. So this is not exact distinction between these two tense, but they are nearly, it gives distinction as well as the view, clear view on those topic. So simple past is finished in the past completed action. This is completed action. It is, and past continuous is not finished in the past, incompleted action. Action is not completed. Next point, actions repeated one after another in the series. Action repeated, like we had example, I got up early in the morning, I brushed my teeth, like this, the action in a repeated form. And the same action is continued. Okay, same action is continued. Next point, activity that can't be changed, already fixed, permanent type. Okay, activity is already done. And but in continuous tense, it is in the progress form. There is no interruption in past tense, not interrupted, but action is interrupted in past continuous. Next point, used with past words like used with time words like yesterday, a year ago, right? Time, adverb of time, as we discussed before. And forms here, another point is forms background and tells what's going on. So gives more information, backgrounds. So to draw the conclusion here, I have drew you a picture. So this is past, present and future. Now, this is the now point, present point. So action happened, the past, in past tense, action happened in somewhere in the past, action. And in past continuous tense, action took place somewhere in the past, one point, and it continued up to some time, continued. So this is a process type. This is process and this is action and process. So now let's move to exercises given in your book. Okay. You can turn over page number 159. The first exercise given there is this one. Engage yourself, go through the following text and find out how past simple and past continuous tenses are used. So let's find out past tense here. James had 4 sons. They were lazy. Okay. So these what it tries to show, how it has been used, what it tries to show. Here these are fixed actions, like permanent actions which cannot be changed. He had 4 sons and they were lazy, right? So robust and healthy, they did not used to, right? Did not used to, they used to wander around the village. And these things tries to show habitual actions. That's why in the simple past tense. And then after one day in the spring, while James was sitting under the shadow of guava tree. So was sitting, past continuous. It tries to show action in progress. Action in progress. He decided, action, completed action. He decided to make his lazy sons active. He called. This is also completed action, right? He called them to sit around him and said, "My sons, I have buried a great treasure in the vineyard. Go and look for it." As soon as he said also in the past, verb 2, they took action, completed action, and started digging. They could not, past, find any treasure there. Where did you bury the treasure? We almost dug the yard and could not find it. So this shows the completed action. They asked desperately, wasn't there any sign of treasure? Did you dig all the corner of the vineyard? He asked. So it tries to show actions in the past, and when there is use of past continuous, it shows the action in the continuous form. So this is the number 1A exercise. Let's move to now time for grammar B. Okay, read the next exercises. Read the following story and supply the correct form of the verbs in the bracket. Now let's supply the verb. Okay, there is a drive, the word drive. Yesterday, Vikas drive his car. So what should be here? Was driving his car when he, what should be here? Saw a calf sitting in the middle of the street. The calf watched. So what is the form we need to use? Was watching the car. He stopped his car and got out of it, right? Next, as he was getting out, the calf ran. So what should be used? Ran away. He go. So what is the form? Past form, went back to his car. When he got into the car, the calf appeared and sat down on the road. He start. So what is the verb we need to use? Started. Past form is started, the engine. But the calf did not move. He jumped out of the car and shouted at the calf. Then the calf chased him instead of moving away from him, because found green maize and threw it at the calf. The calf became happy and started to munch it. Munch means chew it. While the calf was eating the maize, he drove his car away. So have you checked your answers? Alright, let's move to next exercise. I hope you have checked your exercises. Now let's move to next one. One more exercise is left. The exercise is complete the sentences with the past simple or past continuous form of the verbs in the bracket. Example, did you see the film Pasupati Prasad last year? Here, verbs are given you and see. So, in the first we have the use is did you see. Now, let's continue the conversation. What was that terrible noise last night? B. Sorry, it was my brother. He, what should be here? Was practicing for a singing competition. A again asks, how was the game? B replies, terrible. We lost. Lose, lost. Do you like my cell phones? My friend. Okay, here A is missing. A asks the question, do you like my cell phone? My friend give. The past form is gave it to me for my birthday. And B, next one, my son sleep. Okay, what should be used here? Was sleeping when I left for work this morning. Okay, last one. What happened to you? Did you hurt yourself? Yes, when I was playing football. I was hurt when I was playing football. So, now look at number C, follow-up activity. After going through all these rules, now you will be able to do this exercise. If there is still confusion, you can consult with your teacher. The follow-up activity is write a paragraph describing what did you do yesterday and share with your friends. So write these activities and share with your friends, and you can even show it to your teacher. You can show it to teacher and you can get feedback. So hope you enjoyed the lesson and you have learned it. That's all for today. Thank you. Namaste.